Grand final here in Division 1, as we are going to be checking out Team Spirit taking on Viking. Middle lane, it'll be Toronto Tokyo on the Razor. Rounding out the core trio for them will be Collapse on the Puck, with the support duo of Mira on the Tusk and Miposhka on the Oracle, as they're just going to charge their way up here. Shad might have wanted to take a few more steps back there, but he is going to start off this fight. Unfortunately, he will be taken down first. Team Spirit will draw first blood. Viking are able to get an immediate return kill. Now they're looking for more of those. Miposhka, oh god, very nearly taken down there. A second Illuminate will come through. Still not enough, but Soleri will come in with the Gush. I don't think they're going to get any more than that within the first sort of 10 minutes. It is working out for them, and they're looking for a little bit more. Mira's trying to hunt down Aramis here in the woods. Will be able to spot him out, so now the Coddle has to try and get himself away. Kezu's coming over to try and help his teammate out, as he will throw out the Dragtail stun, but Mira's going to be able to throw down those shards, and Aramis is not going anywhere. Collapse, though, might potentially be taken down in exchange. The defensive snowball, though, will buy a little bit of time, but it's not going to matter. Boom comes in with the Exorcism active. Collapse will be taken down, and now Mira is trying to dance his way through the trees, but Boom is literally right behind him. So there was no way out there for the Tusk, as he will be taken down, and Blade Mail finished off on the Razor. He's looking for the BKB, so just a straight-up sort of team fight play from him. While Collapse went for the Urn, he's going to look to upgrade into the Spirit Vessel, but first, they're going to jump in onto Shad. That 4-man rotation gets them into the east side jungle, and Shad, well, he's going to try and hold his ground, but that's not really going to work out too well. Shad will go down. Boom now actually losing most of his health as well. The Siphons, though, are actually keeping him in this fight for quite some time, but he is eventually going to be brought down. Miposhka will find the kill. Meanwhile, Toronto Tokyo was hit up by that False Promise, so he is not going to be dying just yet. Actually, he had the regen rune going for himself as well, so he's not going to be dying at all. As Viking will be maybe not wiped out, but certainly not going to get what they wanted out of that fight. Didn't they really go for anything, though? Kezu is here, but he's already TPing out, so this rotation is a little bit too late to find a kill, but they could try to put some damage onto the tower. As Yutoro is looking for that tier 2, but the Glyph is going to sort of force them back. Meanwhile, what is this? In the river, Toronto Tokyo. Well, grabbed himself up the Haste Rune, and now he's looking to jump in onto Boom. Can he actually find the kill? Boom will be able to activate that Essence Ring. That's going to get him a little bit of extra HP, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough. He's still being taken down, as Toronto Tokyo will find the kill, but now the BKB is going to start to wear off, so he might want to be a little bit careful, as Shad is going to pop that Stone Gaze, pushing his way in. They've caught out Mira already. Will they be able to bring the Tusk down? Yes, they will. But now Collapse jumping in, dropping the Dream Coil onto 3. Yutoro's coming in with the BKB active, looking to discount the damage, but the Ravage will be deployed in exchange. Unfortunately, Yutoro does not care about that. BKB keeps him safe from the Ravage, and Viking are not going to be able to last very long in this fight, as they lose just about everyone, technically speaking. But they don't really know where the rest of the lineup is. So maybe Viking can still make this play happen. Kezu, he's going to go in, looking for the Dragon Tail stun, hitting up onto Toronto Tokyo, but well, the Puck is going to be able to drop the Dream Coil on the backline, hitting up 2, or actually just 1 there, so it looks like Shad was the only one affected by it, so this is going to turn into a larger engagement. Toronto Tokyo dropping low, but the False Promise is going to help to keep him alive, so now they turn in onto Collapse, trying to lock down the Puck as quickly as they can. Do they have the damage for it? Well, not quite, so the Puck is going to be able to get himself away. Meanwhile, further to the south, this fight is starting to break really into 2 halves. But Viking will start to regroup. As soon as they do, though, Yutoro makes the jump in. Taking down Boom. Soleri, though, dropping down the Ravage, connecting onto 3. Collapse manages to avoid it, but he doesn't have the HP to really charge right back into the middle of that fight. So they have to be extremely careful here. Mira, though, dropping low to the south. Collapse. Ooh, God. 1 hit away there, as well as that Mystic Snake. Wasn't quite able to bring him down, but the Crypt Storm will do the trick. So Collapse will fall. The rest of Team Spirit, though, will be able to get themselves out, or maybe not. Mira not gonna be able to TP away. Kezu gets into range in time with that Dragon Form, still had the expanded cast range. Well, not dead just yet, but they're gonna have to rely pretty heavily on Shad to really just sort of turn the match around for them. Okay. Toronto Tokyo gonna get hit up there by the Dragon Tail, but well, the BKB will be popped, and he's going to charge his way forward. Ult activated, Static Link coming out onto Shad, so that Medusa is having all of that damage taken away. Shad has to try and back off as fast as he can, but while they make the retreat, Kezu will be taken down. He does buy back almost immediately, though, so he is going to try and get himself back into it, as Aramis will be recalling him into the fight, and now they're going to try and jump in onto Yutoro, but the False Promise is going to be there, so Yutoro not taken down just yet, and at this point, Viking are just getting completely wiped out. Boom will be falling. Soleri went down as well. He's going to try and commit the buyback, but, well, that was not a great second life. He does buy back, he gets in, he drops the Ravage, but it's not going to do much good. Soleri falls a second time, Aramis will be taken down as well, and now Shad is pretty much by himself. Kezu really does not want to get involved here. He'll throw out a Breathe Fire, but that's token resistance at best. That Breathe Fire was going to do really nothing. This one is looking pretty damn good for the side of Spirit. Can they actually close it out here, though? That is going to be the question. They've got about 30 more seconds before the Medusa is back in, but really the only thing they could do right now is go straight for the tier 4s. Alright. Well, they initially retreated. Shad, though, making his way back into the pit, but while he's doing that, the rest of Team Spirit are going to wrap their way around. Aramis will be caught out. He tries to force staff himself away. That's going to work okay for the time being. But the chase, well, the chase continues. Aramis will be taken down, buying back immediately. Now Shad goes to work, trying to make use of that rapier, but he really does not do enough damage. The rapier does not matter. Toronto Tokyo has a heart, so he is just too tanky to care. Miposhka at least will be taken down, but that's... no. Just no. Medusa will be taken down. The rapier hits the deck. No one's even picking it up at this point. There we go. Yutoro will lay claim to it, and that's going to be GG. Viking were willing to give it one last shot there with the rapier, but once it's out of their hands, that is going to be the end of the resistance. A relatively sort of dramatic change, and see how that works out for them, as Team Spirit will respond with the Ember Spirit. For Boom to actually TP himself up top, but I think he TP'd, yeah, he TP'd in vision range, so they know he's here. The problem is, Mira can't actually do anything about that. Tries for the block with the Ice Shards, but Boom is able to get himself on the right side of it, but the damage there with no follow-up is less impressive. Toronto Tokyo, that is the wrong spot to be in, as the Ravage will be deployed. The False Promise, though, did come out onto the Ember earlier on, so he's not going to be going down just yet, but without Miposhka to heal him, yeah, that's not going to be enough. A little bit of utility and sort of teamfight power for himself as Viking. Pushing their way into the west side jungle, they're going to catch out Mira. Yule Scepter will start things off. Do they have the Silence to follow it up? Yes, they do. Silence comes in, boom. Going to drop the Electric Vortex as well, and that Tusk is not going anywhere. Shad will be able to find the kill. A, do you know this is happening? B, if you do know it's happening, do you even attempt to stop it? No one's really close enough to go for any sort of Roche contesting play, so whether they knew it was happening or not, it's already over. Roshan will go down. Boom is... that's a long zip. Boom is going to be able to take the Aegis. Now they go in onto Toronto Tokyo, as the Ember is not going to make it out. They haven't even really had to... okay. Commit for any sort of major fight as Boom. That's a bit of a bold move, just straight up zipping. And Viking may not be able to take it immediately, but that is a high ground push coming out from them at the 18-minute mark. So, I mean, it is a trade-off. I'm not sure if it's a great one, especially now that it frees up Viking to push their way into their opponent's base. This is just incredible. They are pushing into their opponent's base. We're not even 20 minutes into the match as Boom picks up 2. Both Miposhka and Mira will be taken down. The Tier 3 tower will fall, and at this point, Team Spirit do not look to be in a good spot right now. They are losing... nope. Maybe not losing the racks just yet as the backdoor protection kicks back in, but a new creep wave will be arriving soon. But before it happens, Jesus, Boom just feeling so aggressive right now, still holding on to the Aegis, so he knows even if that play somehow fails, he's going to have a second life to work with. So he just goes right in for it. They take down the Ember Spirit once again. Boom is, well, looking for the kill. Will be recalled over to the rest of his squad. So it looks like they're at least thinking about that high ground push. As Yutoro making the jump in, Solari dropping low. Can they bring him down? Can they get that first kill? As of right now, it's still looking a little bit iffy, but Solari will eventually be taken down. So Yutoro does get the kill. The problem is, that may not have been worth the effort he had to put together. As Toronto Tokyo will be taken down, Yutoro will die as well. Buybacks are flying out from both sides, as really at this point, Team Spirit realizing this may very well be their last stand. They're going to try to make this work. So Miposhka will jump in onto the back line, but that's not going to be overly successful for him. He'll immediately TP himself back to the fountain, and that is going to be it. GG will be called by Team Spirit. They do get 1 kill. They were starting to run out of time, but they do make their choice, and it will be the Night Stalker for them. So this is going to be a struggle for them, as I will miss first blood. Let's miss second blood too, because why not? Shad and Solari able to get themselves a pair of kills down bot, as the Alchemist picks up the double kill. Not an ideal start there for the side of Team Spirit, but nothing they can't necessarily recover from, as Mira and Collapse will return to the lane, immediately looking to jump in onto the Coddles. They hit him up with a slow into the Silence. Solari trying to get himself into the tree line. Can he somehow dodge? No, he can't. Never mind. As Collapse just straight up throws the Illusory Orb onto him, Solari will be taken down, and now Shad, well, pretty low on HP, no regen for him to work with, so he's just going to have to try and dance under the tower. That is not going to work. Just about all of the lockdown on the Team Spirit side, so he'll be free to just sort of push his way right into the center of all those enemy heroes, as, speaking of which, Mira pushing onto him with the Gush. Ravage will be deployed as well. That was not good. Mira, not sure what the plan was there, but it was not a good one. Maybe that's just a defensive Ravage to try and get Collapse out of the fight, but that is a pretty heavy price to pay. Well, worth an attempt from Kezu there, but the only concern about making that attempt is the fact that the Crippling Fear is on a pretty long cooldown at level 1, but I'm not really sure that's going to matter. They're still looking to push into the fight, but they might have gone a little bit too far, as Aramis does go in with that Walrus Punch. Now using the Snowball, actually defensively trying to keep Kezu alive. They will be able to do so, but this is turning into a bit of a more complicated fight as Mira drops down the Ravage, does commit onto about 3 or 4 enemy heroes, but it's really not going to be enough. Shad does not care. He is just charging his way into the middle of all of this. Toronto Tokyo actually trapped inside of his own tree line there. Really, you could not afford to let this happen, but at this point, it's kind of too late, and now here comes Shad looking for another fight. Jumping onto Miposhka there with that unstable concoction. This time, though, Miposhka will remember to pop the borrowed time. So, in this instance, probably a good thing that he held it earlier on there, as he is able to get himself out of a second gank with that ult later on. Speaking of ganks, though, Kezu going to get himself hit up by the Dream Coil into the Ravage from Mira. They will find that first pickup. Now, they're going to try to jump in onto Boom as well. The Viper pops the BKB there, but at that point, he was taking way too much damage. Viking do still have a bit of an advantage. A lot of the lead does come down to the Alchemist, but not all of it. But now they are looking to expand on that lead. Shad trying to push in before he gets the chance to really go, though. Solari will be taken down pretty much immediately. So they're without their Coddle, but I'm not really sure that's going to matter. Shad will just continue pushing forward. Mira will be taken down, but Boom does get caught out on the backline. Yutaro and Toronto Tokyo push their way in. They are going to be able to find that kill, and now Shad's in some trouble. He does still have the Aegis to work with, though, so that is going to get him back into the fight after he's taken down once. His teammates, though, don't really appear to be in a great position to defend him. So the Alk will simply pop the BKB and try to TP home. And no one on the side of Team Spirit had anything to get through that magic immunity. I don't know. That unstable concoction damage always seems sort of interesting, but in this case, Shad is more concerned with his sort of right-click ability, as Viking will be recalling their last member over to that east side jungle. They will now smoke up. The question is, do they run into their opponents? Right now, it's looking a little iffy, considering Team Spirit actually went for pretty much the exact opposite play. But Toronto Tokyo will be jumped in on. The Walrus Punch is going to be deployed, though, so that BKB does not really protect him all that much. Toronto Tokyo is dropping low, and Shad is going to be able to push in with the Abyssal Blade stun. Mira, though, tried for the, he tried for the ult, but with most of those BKBs already active, it really only affects the supports, as Viking will continue to push their way forward. Yutaro, though, buying some time with that E-Blade, but he is still on the run. Aramis comes in, connecting with the Snowball. The attribute shifting, though, is keeping the Morphling alive for now. That buys enough time for the waveform out, but now Miposhka is going to get himself into a little bit of trouble. That borrowed time will be keeping him alive for a few extra seconds, but it's not enough to actually save his life. Kezu and Shad will be able to drop him down as Kezu grabs the triple kill in that fight. And that goes pretty horribly for the side of Spirit. 3 heroes dead, including that off-lane Puck, and Viking really didn't lose anything. Oh, God. Okay. Didn't quite catch that. Yutaro able to jump in onto Aramis, using that shotgun combo to find the kill, but now Kezu is going to push his way in here. There is a BKB available, though, for this Morphling, so even if he is going to start dropping low, he should be able to pop... Okay, never mind. Might not be able to get that BKB off after all. Shad comes in with the Abyssal Blade stun, and Yutaro is dead. Speaking of the Alk, he has picked up the Swift Blink at this point. Whoa, hold on. Sorry about that. Back into the fight as Aramis actually jumped all the way in. Did not think he was going to go, and that... Well, that's kind of why I didn't think he was going to go. It didn't seem like a great idea at the time, but he is going to bait the rest of Team Spirit into the fight as Shad will push his way forward. Can they get any kills here? Well, they're certainly going for it. Toronto Tokyo dropping low. Not a whole lot of time left on the BKB as Kezu will continue to chase. Can he actually find the kill, though? Yes, he can. Kezu comes in for that final hit. Toronto Tokyo will be taken down. Miposhka dropping low as well. No borrowed time for another 20 seconds, but Kezu's not going to be able to continue the chase. His Collapse does come in with that Dream Coil that is going to lock him down momentarily, but at this point, it's still not looking great for Spirit. They have lost multiple heroes. Shad is going to look for the Unstable Concoction now onto Collapse as well. And that is going to allow them to take that fight pretty definitive. Spirit could look for some sort of fight, but they're not actually able to catch up to anybody at the moment. Toronto Tokyo, though, is charging his way into the river. This might be a bit of a mistake. Kezu is going to come in behind him, but the Eul Scepter will be deployed. No BKB available for Kezu at the moment. Still down for 40 seconds, so he's just going to have to try and get himself away. Flying in and around the pit, but he is not going to be able to make it out. Can they catch anyone? Shad has that Swift Blink, so he's just looking for a target. Blink into Abyssal will allow him to find somebody as they do go right in onto the Puck first, and Collapse will immediately be taken down. The Puck, though, does have a buyback available. At this point, it kind of feels like they're going to need it. As Miposhka is going to get jumped in on as well, that borrowed time will keep him alive at least for a few moments, or actually might just keep him alive in general. As Miposhka gets hit up by that E-Blade as well, so he is going to be able to walk himself away, but Viking are still pushing forward. Toronto Tokyo just getting absolutely annihilated. He is actually one of the few heroes who doesn't have their buyback available, so he is out of the fight with no way back in, and Team Spirit at this stage are starting to fall apart. Collapse and Miposhka will both be committing their buybacks, though, so they're trying to get themselves back into it. Can they actually bring Shad down at this point? It's not... Well... Not going to be easy is what I wanted to say, but Yatoro actually manages to make it happen. Get these damn bots out of my chat. In the meantime, team fight breaking out. Mira jumping in with the Ravage, only really hitting in onto the Tusk, though. And at this point, Aramis actually not even dead yet. He is going to be able to survive through this. Boom, though, not so fortunate. He will be taken down. Collapse, though, will fall in exchange, but at this stage, Shad... Oh, God, Shad. That's a problem. Shad will be taken down. Buying back immediately, though, as Kezu is looking to continue the fight. Getting in onto Toronto Tokyo with that Nullifier. They will be able to bring him down. Now they're looking for even more. Jumping in onto the Morphling. They hit him up with the Hex inside of the Nether Toxin as well, so he has really no way out of that fight. Ranged Rax taken down first. Melee Rax will be dropped as well. And do Viking go all in for this? Do they just look for the win? It looks like they're going to do so. Tier 4 towers under attack, but we will see one last attempt from the side of Spirit. But, well, there's going to be the Will-O-Wisp being deployed. That Aghanim Scepter coming into play for the Coddles. They're going to lock down the Death Prophet, keeping her stunned up and taken down. And now that's got to be the end of it. Yatoro is going to give it an attempt, though, as he does jump in. Shad down to, oh god, down to about half HP as he's dead, but it's not going to matter. The Ancient will still be taken down. The rest of Viking were able to focus exclusively on that objective. They will take the Grimstroke. A little bit too far away to follow that one up. He was out of range for the Siphon and doesn't want to go for the Crypt Swarm anyway, as, well, that's just fantastic. Missing First Blood as Solari does get taken down, so the first 2 or 3 attempts will fail to get the kill, but the next attempt does finally get them in there. So, 3rd kill on the board for Spirit, and they're not done yet. They're going to jump in onto Solari, hitting him up with the Dream Coil. Do they have the damage for this, though? They are working on it. But Solari's not going to be taken down all that easily, and now Boom will jump his way in, unable to save his teammate, but he is going to look for a little bit of revenge as he tries to hit up the Tusk, but there's no points in the Searing Chains. All of the cores on the Spirit side, so that is not exactly encouraging for them to this point in the game, as Mira going to roll his way in once again. They get the silence down onto the PA. The Stroke of Fate comes in for the slow. The Inkswell stun will connect, pulling that PA into the jungle over the next couple of minutes, as Solari, well, that's a problem. Getting himself jumped in on, trapped up inside of those shards. Inkswell stun coming out, and that's going to be another kill. Team Spirit just really charging their way forward right now. 7-1 in terms of the kill count for them in the first sort of 8 minutes of this match. They are looking pretty good. They might be looking for a little bit more. Toronto Tokyo dropping down the Dream Coil. Shad did rotate himself down bot, still trying to find some farm, but, well, he's actually not going to be taken down there. He was dropping pretty low, but well, Yatoro's not able to find the kill. He'll be taken down. Now Toronto Tokyo is just going to try to back himself out of here as he does jump away. Oh, never mind. Go at Yatoro, but the Jug is already starting to fall back. Boom does push him away from the tower. Kezu, though, does have the Exorcism available, so if they don't want to go for the fight, they could just look for the objective. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Kezu comes in with that ult online, but Team Spirit are starting to TP heroes in here, so this could turn into an engagement, really whether Viking were looking for it or not, as Kezu is going to get hit up by the Solar Bind into the shards, but now the snowball comes out from Mira. Oh my god, the Dream Coil will be deployed as well. Kezu already dead. Aramis locked down, dropping low. Is he going to be able to buy enough time to get his teammates into the fight? Yes, he is. As he goes for the stun on Toronto Tokyo, Finger of Death comes through, and they will be able to take down the puck. The Poshka, meanwhile, was actually run down by Boom on the backside of that fight, and at this point, Team Spirit, well, they start out looking pretty good there with the kill onto the Death Prophet, but things are starting to turn against them. Yatoro spinning his way into the fight, but I don't think he really wants to commit for that. So they will need to be concerned. Meanwhile, they still have yet to take down... Oh, God. Take down Boom as Yatoro's going to get himself jumped in on. Hexed up immediately. Can they bring him time to time? Well, they certainly can if they use the Finger of Death. And Viking can be the squad making those sort of initiations. And if they're the ones jumping into the fights, obviously things get a little bit less easy to predict, as Shad will be jumped in on in the bottom lane, but I don't think they have the damage to kill him. They're not going to be able to make this happen. Collapse will be the one taken down in exchange, as Kezu will find the kill, and now Mira will be dropped as well. The Viking have TP'd in multiple heroes for reinforcements. Meanwhile, what is this? Yatoro gonna get himself jumped in on here in that top lane. No TP for 45 seconds, so he just has to try and hold his ground as the Omni Slash will come through, but the Yule Scepter will be absorbing quite a bit of that damage. Now Solari comes in with the Ravage, and Yatoro is gonna get taken down a second time. At this point, I don't know if Team Spirit really want this fight, but they're going in anyway. Dream Coil will be dropped down onto 2. Mira, meanwhile, snowballed all the way onto Kezu on the back line, but he will eventually regroup with his teammates to get in onto Boom. Hits him up with that Walrus Punch, so that allows Toronto Tokyo to find the kill, but now Mira should be taken down in exchange. Nice play in from Aramis, blinking forward for that Earth Spike to finish the kill. VAR at 3,000 in their favor. Experience graph actually even further in their favor, about 5k. In Vikings' hands, as Toronto Tokyo, this is not where you want to be. Gonna get hit up by the Hex into the Finger, and Oh boy, that is a bit of a mistake. Toronto Tokyo taken down. Miposhka will be falling as well. Defensive snowball comes out from Mira, but it's not going to be in time. Can't save his teammates, and at this point, I'm not even sure he's going to be able to get a kill onto Aramis. He tries to go onto the back line looking for that lion before he dies, but he is not going to get it. And wow. Oh, Viking weren't done yet. They continue chasing. Shad jumps in onto Collapse. They will find 4 kills there out of a fight. I mean, it's not completely out of reach for Spirit. Not hopeless for them just yet. They have the capability to potentially take these fights, but they can't afford any more mistakes. We've seen Yatoro get himself sort of caught out of position a couple of times. Toronto Tokyo's missed with a couple of dream coils, and we just saw that sort of waning rift whiffing in the previous fight, and now he's dead again. Never mind. Okay, the mistakes will keep on coming. Toronto Tokyo will be hexed up and taken down. Mira falling as well, and now Miposhka is on the run. Will he be able to get himself away? Well, maybe if he can sort of keep them out of vision range. Never mind. They will spot him out. Slide of Fist Searing Chains combo comes through. Shad comes in with that Stifling Dagger, and Miposhka will be taken down. That's going to lead Viking right into the rush. A little bit out of sync. I don't know if I want to use the phrase tilted, but looks like we're good to go. Viking are going to push their way onto the high ground. Tier 3 tower taken. Aramis, meanwhile, oh boy, jumps in onto Miposhka. Going to be able to take that Kava down. He does have a buyback, though, so the Keeper of the Light can get himself back into the fight, but I'm not sure there's going to be a fight at this point. Viking are simply going to clear through the bottom lane of Rax, and they'll walk away. Sort of trying to wrap in from the side. Shad is thinking about going forward, but that Walrus Punch is going to lock him down initially, but now the Ravage will come through. They're looking for the fight. Can they bring down the Juggernaut? Not quite yet. The Jug falling back for now with the Blade Fury, but Viking keep on chasing. Finger of Death comes through into the Earth Spike, and Yatoro will be taken down. Without the Jug, I don't really think they can do... Oh my god, I don't think they can do this. This Boom is going to charge all the way in there. They're looking to take down that Puck, but not actually able to finish him off just yet. Toronto Tokyo will make it back in. They burn through the Aegis, though. So Shad is going to be forced to sort of fall back at least for a moment, but Team Spirit can do something here. They're going to have a bit more damage to work with if they could make an illusion of really someone like the PA. So they'll give it a try as they jump in now onto Boom. Boom, though, popping the BKB. Not going to get taken down immediately as he's actually jumping in onto Mira himself. Does he have the damage for the kill, though? Not quite yet. Defensive Snowball will keep the Tusk alive, at least for now, but he has to jump in onto somebody as he will go onto Solarian. That's probably the safest hero he could have gone for in that situation, but it's still not enough to keep him alive. Mira will fall. Toronto Tokyo dead as well. The Puck, though, does have a buyback available. Looks like, what is this? Going to push in through bot and then sort of wrap their way around, or at least that's what Shad wanted to do. Boom just decides to use the front entrance as he walks up the ramp mid, and they will start putting some damage on this tier 3 tower. So, Team Spirit in a bit of a bad way right now. They will actually create that Dark Portrait, so they do have the PA, or a version of the PA, to try and do a little bit of extra damage, but that's not going to be enough to fully force Viking out as they do go in for that tier 3 tower, and now it looks like it will be timing out instead as Shad, oh my god. Okay, getting a little bit tired of waiting there on the Phantom Assassin as you'll just jump in. Middle lane of Rax taken. Viking now looking to push for 3 as they want the trifecta, looking for the Mega Creeps, but the Glyph is going to be popped defensively by Team Spirit, so at least for now, they will be able to hold on, but Kezu's still going here with the Exorcism. It is going to be running out of time, though. The duration does come to an end. Viking not quite able to get that final lane just yet, but they do still have all of their heroes up. They still have Aegis and Cheese, and Mira, as soon as he respawns, gets immediately jumped in on again. That is unfortunate for the Tusk. He does have a buyback, so he can get himself back in again, and he will do so. So the Tusk is back into the fight. Toronto Tokyo popping the BKB, looking to push his way forward, trying to just have as much damage as possible. Oh, Yatoro actually comes in with a Swift Slash as well, but that's not quite going to do the damage he wants. And now Mira, oh my god, Mira taken down for a 3rd time in this fight, and he no longer has any lives to work with. Aramis, though, does end up getting taken down as well, but the Lion will be able to buy himself back into the engagement. So he will be, TPing to the middle lane, it would appear. So he's going to have to walk quite a ways, but while he's walking back over to his opponent's base, Viking will be able to take down that tier 3 tower, but Yatoro coming in with a Swift Slash once again. Doesn't want to commit the Omni to follow it up, though, so he is going to fall back with that Blade Fury, but now Toronto Tokyo pushing forward as well, trying to use that Phase Shift attack talent. He does have the Deso for a little bit more damage, but it's still not enough to take down Shad. The PA, though, is starting to drop low, but even if they bring him down once, he's got the Aegis, and he's just going to dive right in there. Collapse taken down, Toronto Tokyo dead as well. Buybacks being expended by this... Oh, no, by the side of Team Spirit as Yatoro... Okay, that was just the Swift Slash he goes in for, but Boom is able to jump back with the Remnant, so he is going to be just fine. The rest of Viking, meanwhile, able to finish off that final lane of Rax. So the Mega Creeps will be acquired, and at this point, Team Spirit are really down to maybe 1 or 2 attempts at the most to try and turn this around. Some sort of extra damage or deterrent as the Jug is going to jump in with the Swift Slash, but once again, not going to commit fully for that. Swift Slash comes to an end. He'll immediately Blade Fury himself out, but the Hex will still be applied. The Juggernaut hit up now by the Searing Chains as well. Solari coming in. No Ravage, though, for 40, so they're just going to have to do this by hand, but that's not really going to be a problem. Mira and Toronto Tokyo both taken down. Aramis will end up dying for a second time, but Yotaro is not going to be able to keep himself going, as he will be taken down. Boom picks up the kill, and at this point, this one is looking like it's just about over. Collapse will be falling as well. No buyback on that Grimstroke, and that will do it. Team Spirit will concede defeat. The GG will be called, and Viking will take the match, and they will take the series. There it is. Viking avenging their upper bracket losses. They will take this grand final series 3 games to 1.